all right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the All Recovery meeting. My name's Michael Mickey Williams Jr., one of the recovery coaches here at Capital Recovery Center. Today, we're going to be going over uh, faith-based guide for staying sober during the holidays. All right, so we're going to go over that, and I decided to do this because of the times after November, December, January, we go back and forth to holidays. They be coming back and forth, and a lot of times individuals have different experiences during the holidays dealing with strongholds or addiction or whatever terminology you would like to use. So let's see. We'll see what we got. We'll be going into it. Let's see. Let's see. All right. All right, let's go. So, all right, now let's see what we got here. Okay, we got that. I think I'm gonna try to share this page that we're reviewing. I'm gonna try to share it on the screen. You just let me know if you're able to see it. Let's see. I'll tell you right now. Let me see. I should be able to pull it up on the screen so y'all be able to read along with everything that we're going over. Okay. Not only that, I'm going to also. That's good. I'm also going to the lesson that we're going to go over today. I'm going to actually put it in the comment section as well. So if you look on there, you'll see it. All right, hold on one moment. All right, let's go to work. So again, the lesson we're going to go over today, you can also check it out. I'll put the link into the comment section so you can download it later. It's in there on YouTube, and it's also in there on Facebook as well. So you can be able to watch, read along, or follow along, or even print it out for yourself later on today. So we're going to go over all of that. Okay, let's see. So the topic is the faith-based guide for staying sober during the holidays. Let me see if I can add this to our screen and see. I don't know if it's very, it should be legible for you to be able to read it, but I'm not sure. However, just make sure you get the link. And that way you'll be able to get it later on. This part that I'm about to read is not actually on the screen. I'm gonna try to keep each number on the screen so people can see what we're talking about. So it says the holiday season with all its joy and togetherness can be an incredible challenging time for those in recovery from addiction. For many, it's a season filled with triggers, with stress, family dynamics, and temptation around every corner. However, the holidays can also be a time of spiritual growth and renewal. With the right tools and a positive mindset, it's possible to stay sober, honor your recovery, and embrace the blessings of a scared time. Here are some faith-based strategies to help you navigate the holidays with strength and sobriety. So we're going to be giving you some faith-based strategies, okay? We believe in multiple pathways of recovery, but I'm an expert at the faith-based dynamic. So I'm going to give you some faith-based strategies that you can use, all right? So we're going to go to number one. Let me make sure I got number one on the screen. All right, so hopefully you can see what we're going to be going over. So number one, we're going to be talking about a particular topic, and it's called answer or anchor yourself in prayer. All right, anchor yourself in prayer. Let me read that real quick. Let me see. I should be able to do it. All right. During the holidays, it's easy to get swept away by the busyness, life of shopping, cooking, gathering, and the emotional highs and lows. To avoid falling into old habits, anchor yourself in prayer, drawing closer to God for strength and guidance. So the first bullet up here about anchoring yourself in prayer during the holidays, it says start each day with prayer. So prayer has to be like a lifestyle to you. It has to be sort of like breathing. If you're not breathing, then you're not standing amongst us. So you got to remember to start each day with prayer. Begin your morning by dedicating the day to God, asking for your protection over your thoughts and actions. Pray for the wisdom to resist temptation and for the humility to rely on Him in your moments of struggle. This is very important. You start your day out with prayer. Why is that important? It's because you're going to be faced with some difficulties. I'm going to move this down. You're going to be faced with some difficulties during the holidays. And it's possible if you don't anchor yourself in prayer, then you probably try to rely on your strength when really your strength is not going to be enough to get you through what you need to get through. So the first one we talked about is anchoring ourselves in prayer. Remember, we're talking about faith-based guide for staying sober during the holidays. Okay, this is the faith-based dynamic. Number one, anchor yourself in prayer. The first bullet says start each day with prayer. Second one says pray throughout the day. Did you know that you can actually pray throughout the day to build yourself up? When you feel stressed or tempted, take a moment to pray, even if it's a simple help me, Lord. Woo! Even this is a simple help me, Lord. All right. So listen, let me know. Sometimes you just gotta ask. I do that all the time. I gotta be honest with you. I am a man of prayer. I believe in prayer wholeheartedly. And there are some times when I don't have this perfect prayer that I offer up, I'll actually be saying these exact words. Lord, help me. Because in a time of weakness or in time of struggle during my process of maintaining my deliverance from my stronghold, there are times when certain things might arise. It don't have to be holidays, but I'm conscious enough to know that I need the same help that got me to the place where I am now in my life. So anchor yourself in prayer. Number one, all right? So it says, pray throughout the day. When you feel stressed or tempted, take a moment to pray, even if it's a simple help me, Lord. God is always listening. I'm going to say that again. God is always listening, and He will provide the strength you need to stay on the right track. It's okay as a man or woman, right, to say, help me, and to anchor yourself in prayer during the times. We're talking specifically about a faith-based guide for staying sober during the holidays. But these strategies, listen to me, these strategies you can use all throughout your life. But I'm specifically talking about the holidays, okay? Eat in the day in gratitude. So the first one, under anchor yourself in prayer, you start your day out with prayer. Then pray throughout the day. And then at night, end your day in gratitude. Reflect on your day with a grateful heart. Thank God for His help and for the victories, both big and small. This practice will help you stay grounded in your recovery while cultivating a deep sense of peace. Woo! So you want to end your day with prayer, right? Because watch this. Listen, what's up, Troy? I end my day. This is me personally telling you exactly how I do it. I end my day with prayer and also reading some type of scriptures or some type of psalms or something like that. I end my day because I'm grateful, because I know that I made it through another day and I'm not currently under the influence of anything. And I want to thank God and be grateful for allowing me to make it through that day. So you want to remember. So now we want to move to number 2. Let me scroll up to number 2. Let's get number 2 on the screen here. Okay. All right. Let's move up to number 2. Number 2. What we got? Remember, we're talking about how we are getting strategies for faith-based content, all right? Faith-based guide for staying sober during the holidays. So let's look at what we have here. All right, number 2 is, it says, lean on your support system. Man, I can't stress this enough. Lean on your support system. The holiday season can bring a complicated emotional to surround yourself with people you trust and critical to maintain sobriety. I'm going to read that again. Lean on a support system. The holiday season can bring up complicated emotions, and surrounding yourself with people you trust is critical to maintain sobriety. I tell some of my friends or people who are still currently using, I'm coming up on 16 years. I have 16 years removed from any drugs or alcohol. To God be the glory, right? I have 16 years. However, I always surround myself with people who I trust, because it's important to surround yourself around with people that you can trust, because you can't have a bunch of individuals who are not going in the same direction as you around your circle, right? You can be around them, but make sure you have more people who you surround yourself with that you trust. It's very critical that you have that. Reach out to other members of your faith community or your recovery group for support. So I tell people all the time that the individuals that you have to be around, surround yourself around, is very important. What would he say? He says, Troy said, it's crazy because lately that's what I've been doing as well, praying when I wake up during the day and when I go to sleep. That's right. That's what you want, Troy. You want to have those type of things like that. You want to keep surrounding yourself, and you want to always anchor yourself in prayer. All right, let's see. Let's move on here. That's good. Thanks for the comment. It says, talk to your family about your recovery. Let your family and your close friends know about your journey and your commitment to staying sober. This is one of the things that errors I made previously before I got to this current 16 years that the Lord has blessed me with. I used to have thoughts about using or dreams or whatever they were, but I never would tell my wife about it because I thought it made me weak. Even though I wanted to live free from what I used to struggle with, I didn't tell them that I had the thought because I thought that made me weak. However, that strategy has long been thrown away by me. Now, whenever thoughts or desires or whatever comes up, I know that now I have to tell somebody, talk to my family members and say, listen, I'm thinking like this. Sometimes I remember taking medication and the medication made me feel a certain type of way that I didn't like how I felt. I told my wife, listen, that medication made me feel this way. I no longer took the medication. But watch this. You have to talk to your family members about your recovery. So when you're having thoughts or whatever, it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you not strong. It makes you stronger when you tell someone that you're having these thoughts or having these dreams or something. But watch this. When you tell somebody or talk to a family member about something that you probably have going on in your head, you actually get the power back from the addiction that you had, right? Or whatever it was, whatever stronghold or whatever terminology you would like to use. When you tell someone, you actually take back the power, because the addiction or the stronghold or the substance or whatever terminology you would like to call it, if you don't tell someone, it now has you in its grips, because darkness do not like to have light shined upon it. I hope you understand what I mean. All right. So watch this. So we talk about lean on your support system. They can help create a supportive environment by being mindful of triggers and ensuring that gatherings are recovery friendly. I call this, watch this, listen to me. I made this term up myself. I call it on my turf. I have family, I have friends, and I have a whole bunch of relatives that still do things that I no longer do. Do I judge them? No. But I will never go on their turf. I will allow them to come on my turf where I'm comfortable. What I mean by that, if you came to my house, my physical home, right, you won't be able to smoke and drink at my house because we don't smoke and drink at my house. That's a recovery friendly environment. We don't do that here, right? So if you still do it and you're family members and it's the holidays, well, you might have to, you have to leave my house in order to do what you're going to do, right? So you got to understand, you need to lean on your support system, all right? So that's number 2. Let's look at number 3. This is a good lesson here. I like this. I don't even know how I came across it, but anyway. All right, let's look at this one. Oh man, we got another one here, another powerful one. Let me add that up here. Number 3. It says, avoid tempting situations. It says the holiday season often brings with it gatherings where alcohol is present. It's okay to set boundaries and remove yourself from the situation that might compromise your sobriety. This is another powerful thing that 16 years later that I still do. Don't feel some type of way if you have to remove yourself from a situation. I have real life experience in this area, and I'll give you an example right here. I remember we was in Atlantic City, my wife and I, and it was all my friends that I grew up with, and there was a host of people out there, and they were just at the beach. We was at the beach, and they was cooking out, they was playing music, you know, they was doing whatever they do. We had our particular situation or particular area where we were sitting at, and my wife and I, we were sitting there, and then at one point in time, I don't know why the thought came up or what happened or what I saw or what I smelled, I don't know. But all I know is I went to my wife and I said, we got to leave. So she's having a ball, you know, she's doing everything, having fun with my friends and relatives and everything. And I went to her and said, babe, grab that chair, get all our coolers and everything, and we have to leave. So she was like, why? I was like, yeah, it's time for me to go. I'm saying that is because I had to remove myself from the situation, even though all the individuals was there, family members, friends, and everybody was having a good time. Whatever I felt into my spirit and my mind, I felt that it was time for me to go. So we got into the one of my friends had asked at that time, could we ride him to the store, take him to the store to go get something? And I told my wife, no, we're not riding him to the store. She said, you're not going to ride your friend to the store? And I said, no, I have to leave. It was no time to ride him to the store, come back, and then, no. We left, we went home, and I'm blessed because I didn't have to explain too much in detail to my wife why I had to leave. I just knew it was time for me to go. Why am I saying that? It says it's okay to set boundaries and remove yourself from situations that might compromise your sobriety. So if those situations was going to compromise my sobriety, I am man enough to remove myself from the situation and live in freedom from all of it. Be honest about your needs. If you are invited to a holiday party or a gathering where alcohol will be served, be upfront about your decision to abstain, to be abstinent. All right. Most people will respect your honesty. So sometimes you might find yourself in a situation, you might say, listen, you know, I don't really do all that stuff no more. Be honest with them. A lot of people will actually protect you more than they would offend you by offering you something, but you must be honest with them. Have an exit plan. If you find yourself at a party or an event, I just spoke about it, where you feel uncomfortable or tempted. Woo! I'm reading this for the first time, but I'm giving you life application experiences that I actually experienced myself. If you find yourself at a party or an event where you feel uncomfortable or tempted, it's okay to leave early. Woo, that's so good. Let trusted friends know in advance that you might need support if the situation becomes too overwhelming. Again, I can't give you the details about why I had to leave, but I just had to leave this situation. I had to leave the event. Host your own gathering. Come on my own turf. I'll call people to come to my turf where I'm comfortable at. Organize a holiday event at your place to ensure that it will be free of any tempting substances. Celebrate with fellowship, food, activities that nurture your recovery. I remember mentioning not too long ago, I don't know where I was, and I remember a few times when I heard the Lord tell me to stay home. Now, mind you, I was ready to go outside and go do whatever. I had no plans of doing evil or using or none of those things. But everything in my heart, I felt that I had to stay in the house. Right? I don't know why, but I knew that if I'm at home, I can't get in trouble. So you got to remember about avoiding temptation. This is a good lesson here, man. Remember, I put the link of this lesson into the comment section, and I'll do it again before I get off here, just to make sure, because I want you to go back and reread these things and use them not only now, but you can use them at all during the process of your recovery. Number 4, which is a good one, practice self-care. The holidays can be a time of an emotional and physical exhaustion, especially for those in recovery. Take care of yourself is essential to staying sober and maintaining peace of mind. Prioritize, watch this big 4-letter word, rest. It can be tempting to overcommit to events and obligations, but don't forget the importance of rest. Take breaks, get enough sleep, and carve out moments of solitude to recharge. So a lot of times individuals with a very high number of people in recovery think that they always have to be doing something because they're afraid of sitting idle and being in their own mind. Now, I like to do a lot of different things. Actually, a lot of the things that I do is not really that exhausting. But I do know when to take rest. When you don't have to do something, don't do nothing. You hear what I said? When you don't have to do something, meaning you have free time, take a rest. Focus on healthy habits, nutrition, exercise, and prayerful meditation can all help keep your mind and body healthy, making it easier to resist the temptation of addiction. Practice gratitude and focus on the small blessings in your life. I love to exercise. Lately I've been riding the Peloton bike. I've been getting a kick out of it. I'm up to 30 minutes a ride. I started out at 10, 15, 20. I went up, but now I'm up to 30 minutes. And I love to exercise because exercise is something that you should take up, no matter if it's just walking, riding the bike, or whatever. Do some type of exercise is a good thing to do. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, let's look at number 5. There's only a few of them, so I'm not going to have too much more to go. But these are some good points here, man. These are some real good stuff here, man. All right, number 5. Let's see what we got here. Number 5, reflect on the true meaning of the season. Don't lose sight of the reason we celebrate. Christ was born to redeem us from sin. Reflecting on the true meaning of Christmas can be a powerful motivator for staying sober. Remember, buying gifts and all that is very good, but the true meaning of Christmas has to deal with Christ saving us from our sins. So embrace the peace of Christ. The Bible reminds us that Jesus came to bring peace to our hearts. John chapter 14, verse 27. Focus on his gifts of peace and let it fill your soul, especially during the moments of anxiety and temptation. I love if I can get peace. Whew. I tell people all the time, being a multi-millionaire that I will be, I welcomed it, but I welcome peace more than I welcome being a multi-millionaire, right? Peace. Everybody wants to control their circumstances. That's all money is really about, the ability to control your circumstances. But more important than money is peace, because if you have a lot of money and no peace, it's not going to really work out good for you. So look forward to new beginnings. The holidays mark the beginning of a new year, a time to renew a fresh start. This can be ideal opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to recovery and embrace the new life you found in Christ. Be a light to others. Just as Christ came to the light the world, you can be a light in the lives of others by sharing your story of recovery. Your testimony may encourage others who struggle to see that recovery is possible and that God is always with us. The holiday season can be both a challenging and an opportunity for growth. By staying rooted in prayer, leaning on your faithful community, setting healthy boundaries, and reflecting on true meaning of the season, you can navigate the holidays with peace and joy. Everybody that's on here, put peace and joy in the comment section for me. Peace and joy. Remember that you are not alone. God is with you, and he will continue to guide you through every challenge. May this season bring you closer to him, renew your strength, and remind you of the incredible gift of new life in Christ. Put peace and joy in the comment section, everybody who is online. Peace and joy. Again, we just went over a faith-based guide for staying sober during the holidays. So take this lesson when you I'll put the link in here one more time just in case you didn't see it. And it will also be inside the description tab on YouTube and Facebook. I will actually put it on there when we log off. So you can go into the description tab, hit the link, and you can save it to your phone or device or whatever thing you're on. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. We are going to always have great things to be able to look at. Thank you, everybody, for putting peace and joy in there. We really appreciate all y'all. It means a lot to us to know that we'll be able to share information with y'all. Again, anything y'all need any information, any more encouragement, contact us on Facebook or YouTube. Send us a link, comment under the video. We will get to it at any time. There's a lot of different things. Saturday, we have there's a church, Glory Tabernacle Church, that's giving out gifts. If you know any families in need that need toys, I will put the flyer into the comment section after I'm done, and you can see all the details for anybody you know that might be in need of some type of toys or things like that for the Christmas season. All right. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Michael Mickey Williams Jr., and I pray you have a blessed and a wonderful holiday. To God be the glory.